The moment the red ship slammed into the concrete, dust erupted like a battle cry. From the cockpit emerged a cocky, leather-jacketed pilot with a smirk too big for the situation. He cracked wise about the ugliness of the creature he'd just picked up. Big mistake. The hulking beast named Arkillo snarled, murder flashing in his monstrous eyes. His fury erupted, charging through a glowing blue ring before being restrained mid-lunge. Eyes turned, tension rising. That joke may have just cost a life. The chaos snowballed. "Get in the craft!" someone yelled, but no one moved fast enough. A punch thundered through the air. Arkillo's. Glass shattered, bones likely followed. No time for apologies. As the team crammed into the ship, the hurtling fist of urgency smashed into their resolve. The pilot, still barely in his seat, looked back with fury and disbelief. Arkillo, unmoved, snarled the only order that mattered. Move. Left behind. One man, sprawled on the pavement, grunted in pain as robotic soldiers descended. Not friends, enforcers. They scanned him, identifying him as a Green Lantern, now rogue. One casually slipped a damper on his ring, stripping him of power like peeling armor from a knight. The question hung in the air, why was he left behind? The cold answer came with machine precision. Don't know. Don't care. The sky lit up with gunfire as the red ship punched through, barely dodging death. The escape was a furnace of fire and steel. As the ship, affectionately named Denise, rocketed through industrial guts of the city, arguments erupted inside. Tension rose higher than their altitude. Arkillo, vicious as ever, turned on the pilot. Violence bloomed mid-flight, and fists followed words. The pink-masked woman gasped for air, caught in the beast's grip. Her ring was capped. She was helpless, and yet they needed him. The way out wasn't just through the sky, it was through him. With one last slam into the wall, Arkillo backed down. For now. The pilot wiped blood from his mouth, sarcasm still glinting in his swollen face. Good to know, he quipped, masking pain with humor. Outside, enemy crafts closed in, lighting the air with bright, blistering beams. Inside the cockpit, decisions turned deadly serious. Brace for it, he called. Vertical's best. The crew gritted teeth. No one knew what was coming. Only that the next move would decide who lived and who didn't. Then, boom! A radiant explosion split the city sky like a god's wrath. Crimson energy spiraled outward in a terrifying halo. Debris danced in the aftershock. Civilian ships swerved, sensors screaming. It wasn't just an escape, it was an exodus. The red ship burst forth from the chaos, shrouded in light like a phoenix launched from a dying star. Somewhere behind them, systems failed. Somewhere below, the city trembled. Open space. Silence wrapped around the survivors like a bandage over a fresh wound. The pilot exhaled, steering them through debris and starlight. Same principle as a boom tube, he said, downplaying what had just saved them. The others weren't impressed. Glares were sharp. The pink woman was furious. You should have told us, she snapped. But survival was messy. And out here in the void between stars, mess was all they had. Arguments fractured the calm. One wanted to dump the pilot. Another defended him, barely. The pilot, grinning like a fool who just beat death. Again, they circled a distant system, nearing Zamaron. But tempers flared, and threats flew as easily as their ship. Still, despite everything, they couldn't shake a single gnawing thought. What happened to the Green Lantern they left behind? He was alive, stripped, scarred, and thrown into the game show from hell. The Hunted, it was called. Glimmernet's bloodsport phenomenon. He'd been drafted as prey. No escape, no mercy. Only one rule: survive. All around him, civilians watched, cheered, and bet credits on his impending death. Cameras rolled, guns locked. The chase was on. and the hunter had just become the hunted. Thanks for watching. Please drop a like and hit that subscribe button. It really makes a big difference and keeps me motivated.